So today guys, I'm showing you how to manual swap an E36. This is my friend Locho. This is his compact that he's bought. What, how long ago did you buy it? About a month?
2-3 months.
Has it been that long already?
Yeah.
I thought it had been about a month. But yeah, so he's had the car about 2-3 months. It's a M44 auto. So we're going to show you how to turn your boring old E36 into a car that you actually want to drive. And if you've been struggling to find videos on how to manual swap your car, you stumbled across the right one. So, might be a bit of a longer video. So if I was you, I'd get comfy, grab a bite to eat, and just enjoy.
So, this is what we have for our manual swap. You can see them all up close now. These are all your essentials that you will need. We have a 5-speed manual Getrag, which obviously is second hand, but if you do get one that is very dirty, do recommend cleaning it, because I had to clean that one because it was very dirty. And that bracket also. But yeah, this is all you're gonna need. So let's get to fitting.
So what we're going to start with is by removing the exhaust from the manifolds. The O2 sensor. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull the clip off and simply just unplug it. There we go. Now you've got that unplugged, just tuck this back up. It doesn't really matter, to be fair, because it needs to come off of there, 'cause it's not going to be attached to the gearbox anymore. Once you've got that removed, you need to move down slightly to the mount on the back of the gearbox. Let's move that. When we take it off, let's move it to the side. You've got a hanger here, but this one's a bit bad, so I don't think we'll have to take that off. Once you've undone that, you've obviously got your two now at the rear. So as soon as you've got all your mounts off, using a stand, if you just want to secure the back lodger, bring your exhaust down. It's a bit stuck on the manifold, I think. Yeah, there we go. We're free?
Yeah.
What we're stuck on?
One sec. Yeah.
Yep. Drop it down a touch more. Allow it continuously going down. Go on. You're just stuck on this front bit. Bring it back slightly and go down, all the way down. So to remove the central heat shield, it's 10 mils. For us, I think there's only 2. There's one. And then same again on the rear heat shield. 10 millimeters securing it. Awesome. One thing to keep in mind as well when you're changing to manual is your centre bearing and your guibo at the front. So guibos crack under pressure, and especially if they're old because they're rubber. And your centre bearings like to collapse. One way to check your centre bearing is see how much play and deflection you've got through the prop shaft. So this has got slight play. So if you're picky, you could replace it. If this does explode, it can rip out the bolts from the chassis. And if that explodes, that'll leave you stranded and can take out everything around it. So the gearbox mount, the tunnel, just one thing to keep in mind when you're manual swapping your car. So now the next step is to remove the bolts from the back of the prop shaft. I like to get a bar and wedge it in between to stop the prop shaft from spinning as compared to a normal 36, just because of how the rail frame's positioned. Still didn't quite have it.
Is it?
Yeah, well,
I'm not saying that colour.
you want to be like G.
Hey, it's blue colour.
Best colour in the world.
Green,
That's me.
so you see how it says green, like on the strut tower, green.
Ground.
Is that such a funny way?
Yeah, ground, yeah.
Like, the Boston, ground.
Boost and ground.
Is that all of them?
So now you need to move to the front of the prop and undo the guibo. See if I can rotate it around a bit there. It's a bit better. So once you have removed the front bolts, you need to now go to the last bolt securing it, which is centre. Ideally you need to support it at the back, support it at the front while you're undoing it. This is what we're going to do now. Let's if you just want to grab the back of the prop. That's one. Alright, so we need to let it drop. And they can be a bit fiddly sometimes, especially if they've not been off for a while like this one. Right, so it's off of there.
You've got pry bar. I've got this.
Yep. Ready?
Yeah.
There you go, here.
Easy as that.
So guys, the next step is to remove these cables. One, the round plug goes here, and then up top you'll have the square plug, and then you just need to unpick it from the clips until you get it to the front here. And you also need to remove the selector rod, which is held on with a nut onto here. And then once you've undone it from there, you can crack it off and actually spin this bottom piece off. And once you've spun it off, the cable inside will be exposed, and then you slip it through the joint up here. And then once you've done that, support your gearbox using a stand, an appropriate stand, and then you can lower the mounts and start undoing all your bolts for your gearbox. So using a 13mm on the gun, I'm going to remove all the bolts. There we go. Once you've got it down enough, you can now get access to your cooler lines. So once you've dropped the box down, you need to remove this back line for the cooler. That's 19mm. What I've done is I've pulled it out of the brackets, put an angle and let it drain, then tied a glove around it and cable tie to stop it leaking. So once you've done that, you need to crack off this one here and do the same thing. Angle it down, let it drain, put a glove around it. Once you've done that, you can pretty much take the lines off from the cooler at the front, which I'll show you in a second. Alright, so now it should be finger tight. Let's get ready in case it's all dribbling. So now we're going to remove the cooler bolt that holds the lines into the cooler. I think, what does that look like? 13. So about 13 mil. Extension might be too long. Oh my god, that was tight. Told you. We are now. Oh fuck. So once you've got to the step of removing the lines, you've got to take all the gearbox bolts out. I will put a photo up on screen of what we did with the bolts, because you need to make sure they go back in the same order, because they are all different sizes. So now I've got that removed, we've now got the struggle of removing the heavy old automatic gearbox. So get ready for a laugh, because I can see this going about as well as a shit in a spacesuit. So once you've got your gearbox removed, you need to put the pilot bearing inside the centre of the crank. All you do is tap it in evenly and then get a socket that matches the outer diameter, and then tap it in, and then when you hear the sound changing when you hit it, you know it's all the way flush. While you're here as well, you need to run your clutch line, which goes in this bracket here, up, over, and goes into a little hole up here. So now we're ready for the flywheel to go on. So try and line it up like so. You'll feel it drop onto the dowel on the crank. So we'll do that to make sure it's sat flush. I should have really grabbed some bolts before putting that up there in case it falls. Just going to put a bolt in there to hold it down. This flywheel's seen better years, but it'll be alright for now. So once you've tightened them all up, you want to torque all these bolts to 120 newton meters. Yep. Heat pressure plate.
Lift. So, once you have an E12 socket onto your drive shaft, then you are ready to start loosening them off. And that's our first drive shaft disconnected. Right, gun's got some power in it now, this will make it a lot easier. Let's get this side off. Now just take your drive shaft down, and that's it. Both drive shafts disconnected from our little compact diff.